Oh, I'm live. Am I? Yeah. Well, that's not a very nice angle, is it? I'm gonna hold it. It's all this. Right. YouTube's filled the page full of pop-ups again. Right on top of the chat box, just in case I can't, right. I'm whinging. Hang on. Got it. Yeah. Whatever it was. I didn't read it. Right. So title is Fat Man Gets Drunk. I wouldn't say, hang on, do a second. I wouldn't say I'm drunk, but it's my birthday, so I went, and I'm just coming from the bike right back. Look at my chin. Is that what get slaughtered? No, because there's no worse coming home when you're drunk on your own than coming home when you're drunk on your own. I don't know what to follow that up with. Yeah, that's my son. He just put get slaughtered. I wish I could, son, but it don't work for me. It just makes, you know what I mean, right? And which chin? I know. How many is that down there? There's two in there. Mind you, it was down here. Like that, wasn't it? Still is if I plunge like that. Yeah, I've just been to the Marine, and there's 2 hours to the Marine. It's like a pair of lungs. You come in through the front door, which is the what do you call it? The tracheotomy, or I can't think of the name. The windpipe, and then if you turn right, you've got I call the meal room, where generally people have a meal, and on the left you've got the drinking room, the pub room, and both were full. Oh, it's Easter Sunday, isn't it? So I went into the meal side, and I found a family table empty, which I thought, can I sit on that? So I asked them, like an idiot, and he said, you can sit where you like. So I sat there, and I ordered it yesterday, didn't I? So he knew what I was ordering. It was a turkey dinner with beautiful gravy, Yorkshire pudding that was more like a sponge, but it was nice, jacket dirty. I'll bring a crate down when I come down. All right, son. Yeah, that'd be nice. A crate of what, though? A crate of what? So I sat down, facing away from everybody because I was on my own, So I had my meal, and I had a pint of lager, and I mentioned a few sneaky. It's my birthday, and I got, so it's the last time I buy them a drink, because I bought them a drink on the birthday. You know what I mean? But I think he was just busy. If I hold the camera up, it was funny, right? Crate of vodka. Oh, that'd kill me. I'm not like you anymore, son. I'm not young. I think a sniff of vodka, and mind you, I do drink vodka and cola. That's quite nice instead of a beer all the time, because lager makes me indigestive. It gives me indigestion. No Coke. Straw. What, just a straw straight to the bottom? I can't seem to keep this steady. So I sat there for a bit, played a game of checkers, and then the lager set in, and I thought, no, I'm not having no more, because just one lager does me. And then I set off. I thought, oh, I may as well, because the weather's lovely. I may as well have a bit of a bike ride with this shirt on. I don't know. But you take advantage of the opportunity, don't you? So, and then I went by the I were on the coastal road thing, the one at the top, and I thought, sod it. I got off my bike, and I walked along that mud path that's at the top, along to the edge. Also looked like I was going to jump, but there is a path there, but I only went to the edge. Like, I didn't carry on following it. And I tell you what, wow! I know I'd had a drink and everything, and it's beautiful, beautiful view. You're right on top. I'm not about the top of the cliff, where you walk, Liam, but I'm on about, the coastal road. And I walked along that edge bit to the you know, if you can imagine where I'm standing, there's the grassy, they call it grassy knoll, and it comes off like this. It's about a 20-foot drop, and I'm sweating. And I looked over the edge of there, and there's some people walking back and forward. And I looked out to the sea, because I'm about 100 foot up from ground level. Wow. And the Saltburn Sea, left and right, no end to it. Beautiful. It took me back. Really beautiful. Like, it's prettier than sitting on the benches, because you've got the grass plateau, aren't you, in front of you? And then, oh, that's where we can go when I come. Yeah, I'm going to get up there. Yeah, I'm ready now. I can actually get up there, believe it or not. I just haven't bothered going up yet on my own. You know, I'd rather go up with you, you know. But yeah, so I stood there for a bit, looked out to the sea, and the waves, wow, you know, in unison, like beautiful. Could see for miles. It looks like forever, or for flat Earth as it is forever, isn't it? You know, it goes off the edge according to them, and like, but you can see the circle. I tell you, I'm watching somebody being interviewed, a flat earther. I've got total respect for them, not because of their my lips are so dry, not because of their opinion. No, I've got respect for them standing up against the organized, you know, the man, and they know that the Earth's round. And if they don't, they know that it's more than likely round than it is flat, right? So, but they choose to go against the norm, which is cool, because they're the people who will bring new, what's the word for it? New discoveries. People, maybe not them, but it's people like them. You know, if you get like a boffin who goes to gets his degree, gets his it comes out of what's the name, a physicist, and I'm so dry. He comes out a physicist, fully qualified. Then he just follows what everybody else has done before. He does the same math, he does the same theory, and that career is just not. I mean, it's a good career, I suppose, isn't it? But I mean, it's not worth the time he wasted doing or she wasted doing the learning. What you've got to do is you've got to go out of the norm, haven't you? With anything, you've got to go out of the norm, step out of what you know is normal, and people will say that's not right. But you've got to just remind yourself, who am I hurting? Nobody. But you will get ridiculed with whatever you do that's out of the norm. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm a fully fledged Christian. I know I am now, with what I've been through, and I'm so proud of that. But not everybody likes that fact, you know. My son's brilliant about it. I mean, you're still probably watch Against the Normal People. Yeah, Against the Normal People. Yeah, you've got to be a little bit out of the box. You've got to be in this world, or number one, nobody sees you. You become invisible when you reach about 30. It's true. It's so true that if you're just a factory worker, blah, blah, blah. If you don't, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the factory job. What I'm on about is whatever you're doing, you do it out of the norm. You find a slant on it. You think about what you want first. What do I want to do? You don't just start jumping around and thinking this is out of the norm, because people will lock you up. That's without focus, isn't it? You know, you think about what you want from your life, and then you take it a step further and see what happens. See what I'm getting at? You know, and that's what I wish I'd have done with my life. And I am doing now. I'm doing something that is out of the norm. Nobody in my family have ever done what I'm doing now. You know, and the thing will come back to you. Yeah, but how much money have you made? Nothing. I've not made anything from being a Christian. That's the point. It's not normal. It's different. And because it's not normal, great things happen. Cat's talking to a bird that's about 3 miles away. It's outside the window. So being a realist is the way to go. Being a realist against the normal people. What do you mean by that, son? Being a realist? You mean explain? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to pick. I'm wondering what you mean by that. Being a realist is the way to. Do you mean being realistic about things? Is that what you mean? I sound like I'm going, what do you mean? I'm not. I'm just asking. I'm wondering what it is. You know, because yeah, you've got to be careful. That's why I was saying, like, don't do things that people see as illegal. Obviously, number one, don't do things that people see as crazy, but break the norm. Look at that. Look at your life and think, where am I going with it? What do I want to do? And I mean, let's get something straight. Success isn't making money. That's something that's normal again. Success isn't making money. Anybody can make money if they do something good. What I'm on about is doing something amazing in your life. You know? So, I enjoy seeing realistic. I enjoy seeing realistic about everything. Yeah, do you mean do you mean realistic? You mean like things to coast, do you mean? Is that what you're talking about? You like things to go the way they should go, or would you like to do something outrageous about your life? I mean, just break it down to basics. If I'm talking to you, son, if I'm talking to you now, break down what it is that makes you tick, and write it down. Literally write it down. Writing down is so powerful because if you just think about something, it doesn't last. It just goes because it's one of the other thoughts. Write it down and then look at it and then leave it in a place where you're going to look at it, where you have your tea and just over the course of, what did I say, 21 days breaks a habit. Your life, my life, everybody's life is full of good and bad habits. But we don't recognize them because they become normal. They become part of our lives. But to break out of the norm, we all need this mirror, don't we? We need a mirror. I need a mirror to see how fat I am, you know? And that's what I'm doing. And I don't literally mean a real mirror. I mean, in my mouth. I mean, you need to look in. You need to remind yourself. You need to face the facts, you know? Me. Basically say, I have an objective. I'm not going to put any more effort into it than I have to. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that's fine for you, son. That's great for you. But I would love to see you do things with your life. Yeah, of course I would. But I mean, you are you. I love you to bits. I don't care what you do. It's, because you're my son. Life's too short to mess about. Yeah. What do you mean though? Do you mean like just talk to me? I don't know if I don't think you can chat to me, can you? Yeah, I wonder if you can connect. Can you double chat on this? You can't do that yet, can you? That's a shame. You wouldn't need Google Hangouts at all, then, would you? Cat's just jumped up on the most dangerous object in the bloody living room again. Careful. She does this to irritate. Life's too short to mess about. Yeah. I mean, I'm older, you see. I've seen things and I've done things, and that goes for anybody who's past 30. You realise that you do realise that you wish you'd have done things. I've got no regret about my life at all. But what I'm talking about is like there's so much going on in the world, especially these days, and we are wired to feel like wired to feel like there's a danger if we do something that people have to stop and look around at you about. I mean, some of them will be curious, some of them will be judgmental, some of them will be agreeable, some of them will be disagreeable. But the point is, what does that matter? If it's something you want to do, but it's finding that something in it like that, I'm going to get to the point and make sure I get the most out of life I've got. Yeah, that's exactly my point, son. It's exactly my point. And I know you will. I know you will. You're like me, but 2 or 3 times more explosive than I was. When I was your age, I had that. I mean, when you talk to me and things and everything, it's like what I was like, but more explosive. You know, you're so out there with everything. But I don't read above that. I'm not going to start to train to be an astronaut when I hit 90. No, of course not. That's unrealistic. Like you're saying, above, innit? That's unrealistic. But then again, why not? If they let you, you're probably not going to be allowed to go into space. But look at the journey to it. You know, where would you end up? You'd end up you'd end up in front of all the media, wouldn't you? As a 90-year-old trying to get into space, you won't get there because it's unrealistic, like you say. But the journey it's the journey that matters, isn't it? You know, like I'm watching a guy called Kid Behind the Camera, and he's now a millionaire through YouTube. And him and his missus have got unlimited money, put it that way. It's coming in and they've got a bank account. To them, though, that was their dream during the journey. Now that they've got there, they're both crying a lot, they're both depressed, and they're missing the past when they were poor. You see? See what I'm talking about? And that's not just them. That's because the journey was more. The journey to them was undecisive. They didn't know whether they were going to make the money. So they were unsatisfied during the journey. Now they've got the money, that's gone. They're not gone. I mean, that obstacle is out of the way. They now miss the excitement of the journey. There's no journey no more. They've reached their only goal they had, which was to make the money. So he's got the money. He's bought 3 cars, one for his dad who's passed. He's bought 2 houses. He's got he goes to front row seats to his most favorite thing, which is W wrestling, blah blah blah. That makes him happy, you know. But now that he's done it all, he's literally suffering. So is she. You want to watch it, you know, because I mean they're really nice people, but they've done that mistake again, like I'm doing, like everybody does, thinking life's about money. But once you've got the money and you bought the things that you dreamt about that you thought were unreachable, the journey comes to an end, you know? It's listen to me like some sort of expert. It's just rolling off my tongue now. I just got to get it out, you know. I've got to talk about it because I know my body wouldn't handle it. So I would persuade something I know I can achieve without dying. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying there, son. You know, I mean, what is it? Just write down off the top of your mind now, count to 10. What is it you want to do? And I mean, we always talk about this, don't we? But go on, what is it you want to do? And I mean, jump out of that box, you know. Don't just say, oh, a mailman or something, which I know you won't, but just write down something. And it gives me something to talk about. You know, this isn't a pick Liam. This isn't picking Liam day. Don't worry about that. I'm just chatting about anything that comes along. So, I mean, you want to be yeah. So I'm young now, so I can jump at anything I want to. So, yeah, that's my point exactly. Yeah, but it's scary. It's scary. This is what I'm trying to point out. When you get into the years after the point where you feel like you are now, you start wondering why you were scared. I'm not saying you're scared, son. I'm saying it was scary for me. So I'm going to do as much as I can before I flop. Yeah, you won't flop. You won't flop. You're talking, yeah, you won't. You'll only burn out or get bored of something you don't like doing. You won't flop, I promise you. It's, you know, like people who burn out and things take jobs after a long time of going to college and whatnot. They get the degree and they think, everybody's jumping around them, aren't they? So excited for them. So they think, therefore, they've done something really good. Wow, you've done really good for yourself. What are you going to do? I'm going to be a programmer. So they go and get the job. And then 10 years down the line, they've been in the same seat, doing the same type of programming every day. And they may have been promoted a bit to senior developer, blah, blah, blah. But there's no joy no more. They're burnt out. So they look back at it in bitterness and think, you know, they blame themselves, they blame people, things like that. But it's literally they didn't do what they wanted to do. They did what other people wanted them to do, and what society says is right. What school teaches us. I mean, school was all about finding that job. That was what it was all about. I mean, I remember the last year I was in and out of the career office. It was all about what do you want to do when you leave school? What do you want to do job wise? You know, there was none of this. Let's dream a bit. Let's find out what your dreams are saying. We'd all forgot what his dreams were. It'd been burnt out of us, like when back in the 70s, 80s. You know, like when you're a kid and I would go, what's that? Like I would love to be a streamer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, son. Wow. You know, so I'm uploading every bit of content I've got. Yeah, do what I'm doing. Research the title and the thumbnail. It's so important. It's more important than the content in a way, because once they won't get to the content unless they get caught by that title and thumbnail. It's done me wonders with that one video, that video that I've got on there. If you check, I forgot what it's called, but I put a brilliant picture and whatnot, building a foundation. Yeah. I think a stream is an excellent way to go. You've got no boss. You can do it in your own time whilst you're doing something that keeps you ticking over as well. If you've got a job, things like that, you don't have to prioritize this. Prioritize. I'll get there. I won't stop until I achieve my goal. Fantastic. And I'm right there with you, son. I'm going to help you the best I can. Because you're young, you see. You know, when I was young, like, I was scared. I was scared of doing things that it's right. How do I put this? If you're gonna believe there's a devil, right? If you're gonna believe there's a devil, yeah, the devil in the Bible is there to destroy your dreams. He's there to discourage you. He's there to make you miss opportunities. He's there to make you waste your time, not your golden years, your years of at the top of the hill. He plants things in your mind. Now, you know, that's okay. People saying that's their own mind saying that, but put it into its own little box and get rid of the thing, you know. The devil, whatever you want to call it. But basically, there's that risk when you're younger of being scared of doing things. You become scared of. I'm not talking about you, son. I'm talking about me, right? I'm not talking about you. You're brilliant. You're superb. What you do is you get scared of. You get scared of failing. That's number one. So how do you fix that? Not try. You don't put it into words though, so you end up just feeling this fear whenever you try something new. The way to get around that is to do just a bit every day. Just do a bit every day so you're not going to lose anything. And eventually it will grab hold. I wish that I'd done that when I was younger. I used to think today's the day when I'm going to go and put 12 hours into this. I'm going to go and find that. I'm going to do. And I wouldn't because I was scared of failing. I was scared of falling on my face. Just do a little bit every day. It's better than not doing anything. There's a Japanese thing, isn't there? I saw it on YouTube. Everything's YouTube. There's a Japanese thing, doing a minute of something every day. If you type that into YouTube, Liam, you'll see it. Do a minute of something you love every day that you don't necessarily think you're good at, or that you don't necessarily think you'll achieve, or you think you'll fail. Do a minute of it regardless. 1 minute every day. And what happens is occasionally that minute turns into a day's work. And if it doesn't, just stop at the minute. If there's a slight feeling of doubt, just do that minute. And you go into a habit, though, of doing it every day. You know? It's really clever, that, isn't it? It's not my idea. It's like I say, it's this Japanese thing it's ancient. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. Practice does make perfect. It's true that. Yeah. That when I was younger, I got taught that all the time. Practice makes perfect. And I used to find things that no matter how much I did them, I never got any better at. And I used to wonder where the missing ingredient was of that. And there should be something else written in that as well. You practice at something, but you also look for better ways of doing it. Oh God, careful, baby. Yeah, you're stretching. The, whilst you're practicing at doing something, it's increasing your, what is it, your muscle memory. It's increasing your automatic brain connections, the habit, like driving a car. You do it every day, you'll become better at what you're doing in the car. Turning the wheel will become better. You'll become better at, you'll become better at doing this with your feet, which feet at what time. And then you'll reach a plateau where you can't get any better. Muscle memory. Yeah, that's it. You can't become any better at what you're doing in that car. So then you look to other people who are doing better ways of doing what you're doing, or doing additional, and that's, if I got taught that at school, that's all I used to hear. Practice makes perfect. What they should say is, looking to find people who are doing this better, follow them as well. You've got to practice. You can't just shadow somebody and expect to become like them. You've got to practice. But practice is part of the thing. If there's anything else that I'm missing on that, anybody else sees this video, write it down. But I found that is a good list of things to do when you want to become good at anything. You can become good at anything. You can become whatever it is you want to be. If you want to be prime minister, president, you can become that. You've got to break it down though. What is it you've got to do? If you're not good at talking, practice to be talking. Practice to be a talker. Practice that talking in front of people. That's obviously one thing that stops a lot of people being able to be open and social about things. Get your qualifications, because you can't be, I'm just saying, you break it all down into different, get it written down. It's so important. Like at my time in life now, I'm 40. The reason I'm babbling, by the way, everybody tunes in or watches this, I'm 46 today. So I'm reaching my midlife crisis type thing. Old life crisis. This is what this is, isn't it? My lips are still dry because I'm just coming from the bike. But basically, yeah, I love you, son, right? If you're still watching. There's nothing you can do wrong in my eyes because I love you. But that's not good enough for you, is it? Me loving you is not good enough for you. You want to get out there and do things in life. And that's why I love talking to you about as little projects that we're going to do, Like, I mean, they're only little things, aren't they? But they'll make money. And, custom consoles. I'm doing the ClickBank thing. I'm still working on that. Don't worry about that. I've got to show you about that later, actually. But, what I've done, brilliant. Gone further than I've ever done with that at the moment. And I don't like talking about it too much just in case, I put a jinx on it. But you like doing custom PCs, don't you? What is it you said above there? You've got to find out, you see. You have actually got to find out what it is exactly, your dream, your biggest dream in life. Don't be scared of going too high. Somebody's got to do these jobs, these things, these activities. And the point is, yes, it's true. You may not actually get to do what the dream is, but people who try to do these amazing things occasionally do things that they never imagined that are even more amazing. And if that's not even true, they find out that they've learned, they've made friends, they've learned new ways of living, they've improved their life. It's got all these things I remember from that I've learned in the past that I want to talk about. What's that saying? If you reach for the moon, but you miss it, at least you end up amongst the stars. That's it. I know it's a bit flappy, isn't it? But if you head for the moon and you miss the moon, you'll at least end up amongst the stars. So think about it. If you sit on Earth saying, I'm not going to reach the moon, you won't. But if you try jumping to reach the moon, you'll at least end up amongst the stars. I mean, I know that's not true. But I mean, you'll end up somewhere better than you were, in life, And but everybody thinks that means getting a job and a degree and everything. It means anything that you want to do with your life. You know, like you might want to. You might. Oh, that's my son. I think you might want to be a jet fighter, and you know, you may not achieve it, but what will you achieve during? Hang on. I think I can chat with him here. 2 seconds. I'm going to be gaming as well in a bit with Liam. Oh, Kaz Dean. Hang on. Hello.
Hello, Mark. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Kaz. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm on YouTube at the minute. Do you want to come in on that bit? No, I'm on the YouTube video section. How are you anyway?
I'm all right, well, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Kaz.
For what it's like, you know, when you're on your own without your partner.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah, I know. I know. It gets easier, doesn't it? But I mean, you know, we'll get what's the words? It gets easier, but it never goes away, does it? The pain.
Absolutely, you just nailed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it does. We'd never forget our loved ones.
No.
Every second of every day.
But that's what once the grieving calms down, that's what's amazing, though, isn't it? That,
yes.
that we've had them in his lives, we've got them, and I feel like I've still got him in my heart. Do you?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean her. Sorry, I feel like I've still got her in my heart. And
I see that by the things you post up.
oh yeah, yeah.
Billy's in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm in his bed every night. I'm in his apartment. We're both lived together, shared our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's more than that, though, isn't it? You know, when people say they're in your heart, and until you've lost somebody, you don't realize how amazing that is. It's like they truly are, body and mind in our heart. And I mean, I dream about her, and if I read between the lines in the dreams, it's like she's calming me down during times and things like that, or letting me know that she's okay. Have you had the dreams?
I had the dreams at first.
Yeah.
There were dreams where Billy would be walking away from me. I could just see his back, and he was walking away.
I've had exactly the same dream.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're into spiritualism.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not by any means.
Yeah, definitely.
I was out walking.
Yeah.
2 or 3 days ago, because I try and do like a 10,000 step walk every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just to get out and do something.
Yeah.
I came across a spiritualist church, and it says they have a meeting on Tuesday night. So
right.
Yeah. I'm going to take myself there.
Why not? Yeah.
And just sit there and just see what happens.
Don't be surprised if something does, you know, because you know, don't be surprised. I don't mean like in the films, but you know.
I'll go with an open mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because Billy and I used to talk about. We used to say, that's a little shit. That's not you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then he was taken so suddenly, like your lady was.
Yeah.
They were taken from us, just like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
They were here, now they're gone. For God's sake.
I know.
I know. And you know, to something, prepare ourselves for it. They were gone.
Yeah.
And I know you and I were going through the same thing almost at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I remember sending you a message saying, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Partner, because I lost my partner so suddenly, as you did.
It was so you don't realize how nice that was when you said that, because you know because I literally felt like I was up here on my own, you know. I mean, my son's always there for me, you know, he's always there, but he's not physically here. But when you said that, because you've gone through the same thing, it makes it's a whole different dimension to it altogether. Yeah.
I knew exactly how you were feeling. I did.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no worse, is there?
There's still no Mark. There's still no words. I still
Yeah.
Oh, happened.
Yeah.
Not here. Why am I on my own? What happened?
Yeah.
Why did you take him? Where's he gone? Why is
Yeah.
he not in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as you.
I know. It's like even to this day, occasionally it's something triggers a thought, and then you realise they've gone, and then you realise also that you were still thinking they were there.
Yes.
For a while. Yeah. Do you get that feeling?
Oh, God,
Yeah. I mean, we cope in any way we can, don't we? And I suppose on subconscious level, we trick our own minds into thinking that they're there. You know, and I mean that's what I do, and I know she's here, but I mean in a physical way, I feel like I talk to her and things like that, and she's not answering back, but in a way she is, and that's what I mean. Yeah. And then when this thought comes along and it reminds you, once it slaps you in the face and goes, they've gone, or somebody says something that might be a little bit below the belt, they don't realize, it hits you, doesn't it? Bad. It's like it brings it all back.
Oh, well, do you know what? Maybe Billy and Carolyn have met up. Who knows? They might have said, "Oh, look."
Yeah, you never know.
We relate to that coming from family.
Yeah.
You never know.
No.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Look, it's hard.
Yeah.
I Billy some mornings and go, "Good morning," because every morning when we woke up,
Yeah.
without fail, we would look at each other and say, "Good morning, darling. Are you okay?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we used to do something like that. Yeah.
Say, "Good morning, darling. How are you today? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
I have photos all around my bed, everything.
Oh, and it's so painful when that stops.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. You know what happened? Do you want me to tell you something that might pick you up a bit?
Go on, then.
This was about 3 months ago now. I reached the rock bottom part where you go down, and I got so low in myself, and I wanted to know what it was, and I was thinking about it, and it was literally because I was just missing Cassie. It wasn't anything else. I was just missing her so much, it got me depressed. So I was talking to her, I'm in the seat on my own. I was talking to her, and I was saying, please let me know that you're okay, and then I can pick up from this mood I'm in. Please let me know that you're okay.
Yeah.
And I really, really meant it. So I never heard anything, never saw anything. And about 2 nights later, if I'm right, if I remember rightly, I was dreaming, and I'll never forget this dream. I went in. I can't remember the ins and outs of it, but the most important bit I do remember, like crystal clear. I found myself in my old bedroom that I was in when I was younger, and it was in my grandparents' house. Faye and John. Yeah, it was in their house, and it was Karen's, my auntie's bedroom that I used to sleep in occasionally. I found myself in there in the dream, and on the wall was 9 pictures with moving pictures. It was 9 pictures in a row of 3 columns.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking in the dream, that's strange. And each of the pictures was moving. They weren't static. And in the middle picture was Cassie smiling at me. And then the surrounding pictures, then the middle pic. Right, let me get this right. Then Cassie in the middle turned round, dancing, she turned around, smiling, dancing, and then all the pictures around her, I think, became one big picture. And then I noticed that each of them other 8 pictures, the way I can describe it, was like angels, and they were all dancing around it, and they were having the most amazing time. And I saw that for about 30 seconds in the dream, if I remember rightly. And it was to let me know that she wasn't only happy, she was at peace. She was enjoying whatever you call it there, time, and what's this here? What's that saying? Have I lost you, Kaz?
No,
Oh, sorry, it's changed. It's all gone funny. So it was like a beautiful picture of her, and it was like when I woke up, it took me a week or two, but when I realized the dream was Cassie coming, she couldn't come into the dream, I think, or something, because she's on the other side, I suppose. But she let me know that she was She was all right. And I felt it in my gut that that dream was sent to me by Cassie.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Look out for dreams like that, Kaz. Look,
That's wonderful, Mark.
It's-
Absolutely.
it's beautiful, isn't it? And I mean that, yeah. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me. It still doesn't, except for the fact that I know it was her way of telling me that she's happy, that she's dancing with angels or family, you know? Eight, yeah,
That is really nice.
yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. And it keeps me happy now. It sorted me out.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sorted me out.
It's so, I mean, it's just so sad that we both lost the
Yeah.
loves of our lives.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we have to go without them.
But that's here though, isn't it? I mean, I truly believe that well, I know. You know, I don't like to say that I know because I think that people are gonna say no, it's rubbish. But I know that they are waiting for us, Kaz. Excuse me. I know that they are waiting for us.
I don't want to build that, but I don't even want to do.
Well, just go on a just go searching for the answers then. Go to your spiritualist group.
Well, the spiritualist thing on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get back to you after Tuesday, Mark.
Oh yeah, please do, Kaz, because I mean, it will answer questions. You know, I mean, I'm a Christian, and I'm not supposed to go to the spiritualist church, but that doesn't stop me from talking to you about it. I know it sounds daft that I'm not supposed to go, but I find that a little bit hard to stomach. So I want to, you know, I'm fully supporting you on that, Kaz. You know, I'm with you on that.
I don't think there's no such thing as you're not supposed to. I mean,
It's
I'm a Catholic. I'm a Catholic girl.
yeah, you're allowed to go, of course you are. Yeah, but yeah.
No, I'm open to everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try it. I mean, that I wasn't trying to make you feel like you shouldn't go. No, no. It's definitely something that's a personal opinion. The reason I wouldn't go is because I've been told by people not to go. You see, because I'm a Christian, and that it just got in there, and I thought to myself, no. But that's not saying I won't go.
All right, well,
You know, I won't. You know, I may go still. You know.
wander up there on Tuesday night,
All right, Kaz.
go into this little meeting, and I will let you know how I get on. Mark.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to carry on chatting on here. Listen, I'm going to come and see you as well one day. I'm going to get there. I promise you.
I live in Spain on my own,
Yeah.
and I've got a lovely, well, it's only a tiny apartment. It's got 2 bedrooms.
Well, it's in Spain, isn't it? It's beautiful. Yeah.
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 And it's very lovely. It's very nice. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're my family. You're my godson.
Oh, thanks, Kaz. That's lovely. Yeah. I mean, it's true though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to come and see you definitely, Kaz, because I've only got small memories of you, you know?
Oh, me too. You, because you were just a kid.
Yeah.
So you know that. You know what? Oh God, things change. We all grow up. We go away from each other.
I know. I know.
And the only time that we've ever gotten together, not you personally, but your mom and Karen,
Yeah.
at the deaths of our parents, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Obviously deaths that we get together.
Yeah.
And we bury our grandparents, our parents, have you done?
Well, you do. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I said they've all gone. There's only a sausage left.
I know. And what's the point in doing that? I mean, you know, like, I no offense against my family or anything, but they're very closed off. My mum's closed off. She won't speak to nobody. She doesn't speak to Karen no more. Karen doesn't speak to her no more.
Oh, for God's sake, what's happening?
Oh, I don't know. They won't speak to each other. And I suggest you don't even try fixing that, Kaz. You know,
I won't hear it. I won't, because I like
Yeah.
Karen, I like Kathy, they're my cousins.
yeah.
And
I mean, talk to them, of course, but if you bring it up, you're walking into a can of worms, I promise you. It's awful.
I promise you I won't go there.
Yeah.
I won't go there.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with you.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with their aunt, you know.
And yeah, yeah, and yeah.
Me and Anne are really close. We just do everything together.
Oh, brilliant.
She lives in Beckley, Doncaster.
Ain't she coming back though? Ain't she going back to Spain?
No, she lives in Beckley. She works at Lidl.
All right, but ain't she moving back to Spain though. I thought she lived in Spain at one bit. I've
It never worked out for her margins.
oh
Me and her have just been to Spain. Well, I live in Spain.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
We've just been to Benidorm on a holiday together. Oh my God. It really killed me. Almost killed me.
Really? Why is that? Why is that? Was it just
So out there, we're drinking, we're partying.
oh
Like,
never. But you've done it though. That's the thing. You've done it. I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Benidorm one day, and that you know we may have to go together. What do you reckon? if you can stomach it. Sorry.
as long as you like to go out on the bed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not much of a drinker, but I do like going out. Definitely. Yeah. Anyway, Kaz, thanks for ringing, love. Yeah,
All right, then.
and let me know what went off with the thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. After Tuesday night, I'll call you and tell you about the spiritualist thing.
All right, sweetheart. I'll see you soon.
All right, Mark.
All right, ta-ra, Kaz. Ta-ra, love. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm still live. Not me. Oh shit, I'm still live. Sorry about this, Liam. Are you still there? I've been holding it up. You still there, son? I don't know. I don't know if he's still there. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't know what to do. I got Kaz on one end, and then you on the other end, you know, and it's on Facebook that Kaz rang up. But that's brilliant. That's really made me smile because I haven't spoke to Kaz in years. Kaz is your no, sorry, she's not related because she's my what was it? I forgot what you call it now. They're brought into the family. Did you hear what she said? Grand. Oh, I forgot. Never mind. But she's still family, though. Of course she is. I mean, that's just on paper, isn't it? So if you fancy it, if you still fancy a trip to Spain in the near future, it's not that expensive, you know. I'm sure I can put something together to get us out there. I'm gonna have a look at the prices. Would you like that? Would you like a trip to Spain? You know, you can actually go on the bus if you can handle the shit's kidding. What in Spain? Oh no, you don't have to go on the plane, you know. I mean, it's a nightmare, but you can go on the bus. I've been on the bus. It's not the bus outside your door. It's I forgot the name of the company, but it's one of these private bus firms. It actually takes 21 hours. But it's amazing. Bus to Spain, yeah. All on the bus. No plane. No plane. No boat. You sit on the in the bus, and you don't even have to get out of the bus when it gets on the boat. You don't have to get out if you don't want to. They get on the bus and say, "Hold your passport up," and he went like this. He went, "I'll tell you what happened." The bloke from the French customs, what you would call it, got on our bus when we were crossing over to France, to Spain. But we were crossing over to France first, obviously, and then you drive through France. That's beautiful. I'd love to go with you. Oh, that'd be amazing. Anyway, he gets on the bus. He stood at the front. He went, passports. I was sitting about halfway back on the left. Stuck my arm up, and he went, oh, put them down. And we all laughed, and he got off. He didn't even check his passports. They will check now, like, because of the, 9/11 and all. It was before that. But was it before that? No, it was after. It was after 9/11. Yeah, it was after 9/11. But we'll have to go. What do you reckon? And if you're not sure about the long bus trip, we can just go to France. Do the France trip. All three of us. What do you reckon? Maybe. Or you could go on the ferry if you want. The ferry's nothing. It's like a bus. Are you scared of the ferry? Yeah, would you like to go on the ferry? You still have to get a bus though, or a train to get down there, obviously. Are you all right with that? Your right. I'm going to fix your travel sickness. Yeah, you don't have to go on a plane, son. Not to Spain. Once you travel the what is it, the channel, the bit of water between Britain and France. Once you travel across there, you've got access then to Spain and all them other places. You know, you can obviously sort out. You know, there's something we could do. It's a bit of an adventure, but take a route where we get the we get the roof over there. You know, we get the place to live. We book that, and we say we're going to turn up on a certain time, and then we make his own way there. And all that means is we get on a train, takes us to Southampton. We get on the ferry, which is half an hour across. It's less than half an hour, and there's duty free on there as well. So you'll be able to buy. Oh, we've got a seagull in the chimney. You'll be able to buy all your aftershave and be able to buy some aftershave for tomorrow and some perfume for yourself, yeah, and like a sandwich or something, and headphones and things like that that you don't see on Amazon. They're on there. I remember getting some headphones from there. Yeah, you cross over the channel with a bit of fresh air. I'm with a bit of fresh. Yeah, you won't get seasickness on the ferry. I promise you. It's not that. You're not traveling that far. It's less than it's just more than a commercial break across. You won't get it on there. I promise you. You won't feel anything. You don't know you're moving, to be honest, unless you climb up to the top deck. So you're further away from the water and the leverage of the boat, what they call it, the swinging. And even then, the only reason you might feel a bit funny is if you look at the sea. You don't have to go there. You don't have to climb up there. It's literally less than 30 minutes, less than Corrie across. Once you get across there, we can go on the train to wherever we're going. We'll have to learn a bit of French. Now they'll have people who talk English, like talk the proper language. They'll have them there because it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Or we could go the tourist way through Thompson or something like that. They take their cut, so there's obviously going to be more money, and it's not as dangerous or as exciting doing it that way. I've always wanted to travel, right? Speaking about jumping out of the box, this is what I've always wanted to do what other people are talking about when they travel, like the outback in Australia, yeah, all that. But I've been too scared. Now my chance has gone. You see what I'm getting at? So we've got to go to Spain. If Simone's decided to be with you on that date, she can come with us, or if it's up to but we'll get it all sorted out. I'll look into it, and then you can choose, can't you? Oh, next year we're going to what's it, aren't we? Maybe we can do both. Next year we're going to. You'll like this because it's easy, Spring Harvest, brilliant. Look it up online. Brilliant. Loads of bands, a nice little chalet, Wi-Fi, meals out, all that. Yeah, the God place. Yeah, but it's viewed from your eyes, son. It is to me, but to you, it's a good time out. That's all it is. And I think next year's is at Cleethorpes. So you're basically at Cleethorpes Place. Is it Cleethorpes or Beach? Oh, I can't remember. Got something from Daz Games there. One of these little videos has popped up. So I'm going to cut this off now because it's 5:30. And do you want a bit of multiplayer, or are you exhausted from this? From chatting. Do you want to have a game of Portal 2 or something? It's up to thee. I'm going to tease thee. It's up to thee. What do you fancy? Oh, shit. I've really been trying. I mean, for tonight, for tea, I'm having 2 sausages. Do you know that? 2 sausages and salad. That's my tea. But see, I've had a big dinner, you see. But at least I'm not having like a giant meal. and I've rolled all up place coming back home, and it will come off me. I'm out at moment, but I can message you when I'm back. Yeah, fine, son. Yeah, all right. Oh, cheers for keeping tuned in, like, you know. Right. And to anybody else who's watched this, thank you very much. Or anybody else who does watch this, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going, son. I'll catch you later. We'll have to do Portal 2, yeah? If you fancy it. Bit of Portal 2. Is it? Oh, let me ask you before you go. Is it multiplayer? Yeah. Is that yet? Is it multiplayer, Portal 2? I mean, where we can actually be in it together and talk? Yeah, co-op. Oh, cool. You kidding me? Co-op. Coop. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, co-op. Co-op. Portal 2. Multiplayer co-op. Get it now. I'm not on about you, Liam. I'm on about anybody who watches it. So, yeah. And also, I've got that VR version, haven't I? So you're going to have to get your VR helmet on. Not today. You know, we'll do it some other time. It's free downloadable missions that are actually professionally done. I've tried one. Yeah, we have to use both out portal guns to get... see? So they're specially designed for 2 people. Or if you're like me and really brainy, you can do it on your own, you know. Watch the answer. No, it'll be like possible to do on your own, won't it? Be like one of these fields in the way or something where you have to have one person on one end and something daft like that. I love Portal. It's impossible to do on own unless you're me. Unless you have what's in this bald noggin. No, I'm not joking. Right, I'm going to go because no reason, just I've finished. Right, and I'll catch you later, son. If you can be bothered, don't... Oh, now I'm a fool because it's not even ended when I pressed end. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Yes.